Good morning, everyone. Bon matin. I'd like to welcome you to Red River Cart Adventures. Let's jump aboard. It's our very first show, and today we're going to be talking about spring. How can you tell spring is here? The weather is getting warmer. The snow is gone. The grass is getting greener. The flowers are starting to come out. The birds are starting to chirp. Can you hear them? You should listen to them in the morning. We are also going to learn about a Michif word, and it is tanché, which means hello or allo. I'd like you to come and sit with me while I read a book to you. Our book today is called Have You Seen the Nesting Bird? And it is written by Rhea Gray, and pictures are by Kennard Pack. Have you seen the nesting bird? Morning doves take their morning stroll. Ho, 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 ho. See the doves walking? Woodpecker calls from a tree with a hole. Cook, 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 cook. Starling sings from a metal pole. Whistly wee tree, whistly wee tree. Have you heard a starling before? But have you heard the nesting bird? What bird? Where? Do you see a bird? Yeah, there it is, that robin. Nesting up there. See the robin up in the tree? Sparrow makes a simple jingle. Chittick, chittick. Swallows slide from under a shingle. Have you ever seen a swallow? They say, ha ha, chit, 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 ha ha, twitter, twit. Crow calls out, come meet and mingle, caw, caw, caw. Oh, we've seen lots of those birds, haven't we? But have you heard the nesting bird? Not a single tweet or trill. This bird is nesting so very still. Do you see the bird? I see him. He's up in the tree right there. Yeah, that's where the bird is. Cardinal wears a pointy hat. Cheer, 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 birdie, birdie, birdie. Chickadee is an acrobat. Chickadee-dee-dee. Have you heard those birds? I've heard lots of those birds. Catbird sounds like a hungry cat. Meow, meow. But have you heard the nesting bird? It doesn't sing, not even a bit. All it does is sit and sit. Can you see it? Can you see it? I see it. There it is. Blue Jay's shriek is as sharp as a drill. Jay, 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 Jay. Whippoorwill has its favorite trill. Whippoorwill, whippoorwill. I don't know if I've heard that bird before, but I think that's how it sounds. Wood thrush turns the twilight still. Eole, eole. But have you heard the nesting bird? It hasn't sung a single song. This bird has been sitting for so long. See it? It can hardly see it, but it's way up there. See, that's its eye and its beak. It's still there, up in the tree in the same spot. And now, here's a test. Who can see it? I'm going to give you a few minutes or a few seconds to find it because it's hard to see. Give you a hint, it's above the house. I'm going closer, closer. There it is. There's the nesting bird. Wait, what's that? Tapping? Cracking? Something's making a little sound. Breaking? Shaking? The bird's starting to move around. Ruffling, shuffling. She's off the nest. The bird flew off with something blue, cheeping, peeping. Look, another robin's coming too. There's another robin coming now. There's two robins. See them? The baby birds are here. Look at the baby birds. How many baby birds are there? 1, 2, 3. 3 baby birds. That's why you couldn't hear the nesting bird, because she was having her babies. So in the morning when you wake up, one of the things that you should do is before you get out of bed, have a big, long stretch. Close your eyes and listen for the birds. And maybe you will hear some of the birds that were in the book today. Thank you for listening to my story today. It was called, Have You Seen the Nesting Bird? And next, Teresa and Mason are going to help you find some birds outside.
Good morning, everyone. Tanshe, Mason.
Tanshe, Mom.
How's it going today?
Pretty good.
It's a beautiful day, and what are we going to be working on today?
Birdnoculars.
That's right. These are our birdnoculars. So we're going to make this craft today, and the great thing about this is we get to use all the recycled toilet paper that your parents and grandparents and everybody has been holding on to. So this is pretty exciting, hey? What do you think? Should we get started?
Exciting. Yeah.
Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to go over the supplies. So anything that you want to make your bird to be. So here are some examples of our birdnoculars. Mason decided to put a string on his, so when we go on an adventure, he can have them around his neck. Yeah, and look at all the birds. Do you want to show them how you use it?
Like this.
Excellent. And do you see any birds in here?
Yeah, one over there.
All right, so the supplies that we will be using are the following. So anything recycled, any magazines, even books, old ripped books would be fantastic as well. Or construction papers, obviously the best. But magazines make beautiful birds as well. We will need scissors, glue, and if you don't have this type of glue, white glue is perfect. You can use pencil crayons, crayons, markers, whatever you would like to design your bird. You can use your imagination on how you're going to create your own very special bird. Tape. Tape is actually very good to put everything together, and that's the easiest. Now for those big crafters out there, you might even have some googly eyes, right? Or maybe some buttons from Mom's sewing kit. You can use those as well. Are you ready to get started?
Yeah.
Let's do this. All right, so the first thing you're going to do is take 2 toilet paper rolls, and we're going to fasten them together to make the birdnoculars. Okay, so the best way is tape. Mason, would you like to do yours while I do mine? So you need 2 pieces of tape. And what you're going to do is you're going to join them like that. And moms and dads, you can help the kids do this. Or brothers and sisters, this is a great way in helping your little brother or sister. You're going to tape it like this on one side, then you're going to turn it over, and you're going to tape it on the other side. And then they won't fall apart. So there's your birdnoculars. Now we have to make it look like a bird. Really cool. So what type of bird are you going to make? And what are you using for your bird?
I'm going to be using magazines.
Very cool. And did you pick some out?
Oh, yeah. I got glasses. I got this really cool green and black paper.
Very cool. And I am going to use just simple red construction paper. And I'll make some googly eyes. All right, so the first thing you're going to do is now that you've taped your toilet paper rolls together, Now this is how I do it. So parents, you can measure it out, but what I do is I lay it on its side. I'm going to take a crayon and I'm going to mark it of where I should cut it so that the paper will cover the binoculars. Do you see what I'm doing, Mason? Then I'm going to move them out of the way and I'm going to cut the piece of paper like so. Yep, we got it. I would do it in the middle so you don't see the, yeah. Do you need some help? And this is where it's a good thing to help the kids cut. You know, it's a little bit harder for you. So while Mason's cutting, I'm going to tape the construction paper. Move this out of the way. I'm actually going to tape the construction paper to the toilet paper roll. I'm just going to flip it over like so and tape it. That's okay. You could do it this way. And so I'll help Mason. You're going to do it this way. Do you want to grab tape?
Yes.
Like so. And that's the back of it, so you won't see it anyways. And it's good to be helpful while you put the tape down. It's pretty exciting. It's such a beautiful spring day outside. I can't wait to go on an adventure to look for birds.
Yeah.
So once you've done that, it will look like this. Now what I do is just to make sure that this stays on, I'm going to tape the back down just a wee bit. So I'm going to take, again, 2 pieces of tape, 1, 2, and I'm going to tape it down here, just so it stays a little bit better. Okay? Now, there's the body of your bird. Now I've got to figure out what kind of eyes do I want, what kind of beak, and even feathers. Now, with this one, we've got a little bit of feathers up top, but you found the feathers at top when you're looking. It kind of bothers your forehead a little bit. Yeah. So whatever works for you, but you don't want to go too tall because you'll have it on your forehead. It might hurt or scratch you. Looks pretty good. All right, so what are you using to create your eyes?
These very heart-shaped glasses. Pretty cool. I need to cut them out a bit more.
Okay, you cut them out a bit more, and I think what I'm going to use is googly eyes. So this is where I'm going to use my glue. I'm going to pick 2 googly eyes. But again, you can create many different things on the eyes through buttons. You can actually cut out little eyes. You can use markers. You can use all this sort of stuff to put on your bird. So I'm going to glue mine on like so. How's it going, Mason?
All right.
Good. So your bird needs some sunglasses because the sun is getting a lot brighter out, hey?
Yeah.
So there are my googly eyes. What do you guys think? It's kind of silly, hey? Now I'm going to create the beak. How's your sunglasses going? Are you going to tape them on? Are you going to glue them? What's the easiest?
Tape 'em.
Perfect. Well, let's see how you're going to tape it down. Let's move this out of the way. This out of the way. And let's bring that over so we can show everybody how you're making it. Yeah. Yep. So what did you do there, Mason, to make it go up a bit?
Yeah. I took a piece of tape and I rolled it so a sticky part will get on the back of this tape and it makes this little roll.
Perfect. And you stick it on your sunglasses, and then do you want to show everybody how you've made them? That's pretty cool. Awesome. So now we're going to do the beak. Now, like I said, you can use many recycled things. So on this one, we used magazine, and then I used a Kool-Aid box that was orange flavor to make the beak. So you can use your imagination on whatever you have at home. But today, I'm going to cut the beak, and the best way to do it is to take your paper, take the corner, fold it in half, like so, and then I'm going to cut that. And you can make it as big or small, which way you want. What kind of beak are you going to make, Mason? Are you going to use construction paper, or are you going to take something from the magazine?
I'm going to use construction paper.
You are? You want to use the same one?
Yeah.
There you go. So pick a corner. So there's the beak. Chirp, chirp, chirp. I'm going to tape that guy on like so. And you can even get creative. You can put a little worm inside his beak. You can do many different things. So there is the beak. Pretty cute, hey? And now, do you need some help? You've got it?
Yep.
Okay, you're going to tape that on. Do you want to show them? You come on, move over a little bit. And you show them. Yeah. Tape that beak on.
That and tape.
Perfect. Why don't you show the boys and girls what you did?
I made this.
Pretty cute, hey? So you can use whatever you like, your imagination. Now we're going to make the wings. Mason, show me your wings. Yeah. All right, let's do the wings. So with the wings, I'm going to use the same red colored construction paper. And how I do it, boys and girls, is this. I'm going to fold it in half so that the wings are the same size, okay? Now, Mason made this one a little bit earlier, and we think it's pretty darn cute because the wings don't always have to be the same size, and neither do the eyes. Everybody is unique in different ways, and so are the birds. But mine, I'm going to fold in half, so what are you going to do?
I'm going to use this flower.
Oh, that's beautiful. You're going to cut it in half and cut that out?
Yeah.
Perfect. Okay, so while you do that, I'm going to draw mine. So I'm going to take my crayon, and what I'm going to do, and I'll show you guys, is I'm going to make just 3 circles like that. So it kind of looks like a wing. And then I'm going to cut it out like so. And as we cut this out, Mason, what kind of birds do you think you want to look for today? What's your favorite bird to go look?
A blue jay.
Ooh, a blue jay. I actually like the geese.
Ah.
And I like how they're always together and they're in big groups. So once this is cut out, so now it's going to look like this, and then I'm going to unfold it like this. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut it down the middle like so. And then to make sure that I can put this on, I'm going to take the piece and I'm going to fold it just a wee bit, and that will make it a little bit easier to tape on. So that's what it's going to look like. So when I take my binocular, I'm going to tape it like this. So you're going to have to put the fold to the back because we don't want to see that fold, and you're going to tape it just like this. So if you see, you can see the fold and the wing. And we're going to do the same thing on the other side. How's it going with yours, Mason?
All right.
Yeah? Excited to put your wings on?
Yep.
Awesome. So same on this side. That's okay. Just like that. And there you have your binocular. Now, if you're wanting to put a strap on it, you're going to ask Mom and Dad to help you. You might have a hole puncher at home, but maybe they can use maybe a knife or scissors to make a little hole. So I'm going to make it easy, and I'm going to go 1, 2, and that will be for my straps for my binoculars. So I have some yarn here, just some scrap yarn that I found, and I'm going to stick this through the hole. I'm going to tie it, and I have lots of yarn here, but just wait, I'm going to measure it so that I can put it on myself so it doesn't hang too low or too high. Because you want to, when you're going on an adventure outside with the family, you want to be comfortable and you want to use your hands, right? So I'm going to measure it just like this, right? I think that's a good size. What do you think?
That's a good size.
Yeah, perfect. Ooh, let me check out your wings before I... All right. Oh, that looks great. Do you want to show everybody yours?
Yeah.
That looks beautiful, Mason. And look at all that recycled magazines and everything. And how cute is that?
It's pretty cute.
I
not gonna
love
lie.
it. Now, do you want strings on yours? Or how would you carry yours? Are you just going to carry it?
Sure.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Or do you want to make little handles? Because you're going to bring your phone when we go on this adventure, right? Because you're going to see if you can take some pictures of birds.
Yeah.
Maybe guess what they are. So do you want to make the thing? So this is mine. Do you want to make yours here? So you go ahead. Let's see if this works. Maybe I'll wait for you to do yours and we can look together. Perfect, Mason.
There's one. There's two.
So you're going to go through the hole, the first one, and we'll measure it. And as you tie it, you're just tying it like you would tie your shoe. And little ones, if you don't know how to tie your shoe, don't worry. One of your parents or maybe a big brother or sister can help tie it on. Perfect, Mason. And then would you like my help to wrap it around you to see?
Yep.
Perfect. Okay, so let's take this big yarn. How far down do you want it? Just to here?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you want me to cut it for you?
Yep.
Perfect. And then you could tie it on. Let's move this out of the way. Stick that through. This might be a little hard, but if you need help, let me know. Yep.
And then tie it.
Yep. Tie a nice knot. Got it?
Yeah, can you remove this?
Sure, I'd love to. Now, I wish we owned an actual pair of actual binoculars, but these are so much fun for an adventure outside to go and see what we can find, especially in springtime. So there you go. So put that around your neck. And let's do this together. Let's see what kind of birds. Ready? 1, 2, 3. What kind of birds do we see? Wow. And there you have it, binoculars. Thank you so much for joining us. I think it's a lot of fun. I can't wait to go on our adventure. What about you?
Yeah, I can't wait. It's going to be so fun.
Tanche, everyone. Mason, are you ready for our binocular adventure?
Yeah, Ashton.
Let's go?
Let's go.
Let's go. In fact, I should have worn my sunglasses. Do you see any nests?
Nope.
No nests.
Here.
Thought maybe we'd be able to see maybe that crow's nest, but nope. Let's have a second just to listen to see if there's any birds. Look, there's that crow again. Take a look. Look, it's flying away. There he goes. All right, let's keep going. Tanche kia tanche, tanche kia tanche, tanche kia nush.
Well, that sure was a fun adventure, going out with Mason and his mom Teresa to go and check out some birds outside. There weren't too many birds out there, but they did see a few, I think so. And if you want to find out more about birds, there's lots of different research that you could do, because this is research time. One thing that I didn't tell you is that at the back of the book, remember the book that we read earlier? At the back of the book, have you heard the nesting bird? There's a section called A Word with the Bird. One of the things that it says is, and this is like if I was talking to the bird. So I'm going to ask the question. I'm going to say, why did you fly off with something blue? Remember when the nesting bird flew off with something blue? You know what the nesting bird said? That was a piece of broken eggshell. I remove all the broken eggshells to keep our nest clean. Also, the cracked shells would tell predators or people that or animals that like to eat birds, that my babies have hatched. So it's best to hide them far from our nest. So one of the things that I would like to say again, because I know Mason and Teresa talked about it, but as Métis people, we have a very strong connection to the animals and the plants and being outside. And one thing that we have to be very, very careful. I know when I was a little girl, I saw a nest with blue eggs in it, and that's a robin's nest with blue eggs, and that's what the whole book was talking about. It was talking about all the different birds that you hear, but the nesting bird was a robin, and the robin has blue eggs. So if you ever see a nest, you shouldn't touch it, because then the mummy bird might not want to come back to her eggs again. So you have to be very, very careful, and that's what we as Métis people do all the time. We protect nature. Another piece of research that you could do is you could download an app, and there's tons and tons of bird identification apps, or apps where you can take a picture of a bird and it'll tell you what bird that you just saw. Because I know sometimes we're just sitting outside, maybe we're in the backyard or on the deck, and suddenly we see a bird and we think, oh, what kind of bird is that? I know my mom loves watching birds at her house, and she has lots of birds. She has bird feeders and she feeds them. So all the birds come to her house and she spends hours watching her birds. She loves bird watching. So one of the things that you could do is you could actually just take a picture with your phone, download an app, and then you'll know what kind of a bird it is. I think too there must be some apps, although I haven't found one, that actually made the real sounds of the birds, because I did my best making the sounds this morning, but I don't know if that's the real sound that it makes, because I don't know all those birds. Thank you for coming to research with us. I know there's lots of different things you could do with your family, but the most important thing is go outside and see if you can find some birds.
And now it's time to sing. Mason, do you remember the Michif word of the day?
Tanshe.
Tanshe. So we're going to teach you guys a beautiful song called Tanshe Kia, which is hello, how are you? And it ends with hello, how are you today? Are you ready?
Yeah.
All right, let's do this. Now, everybody warm up. We're not the best singers, but that's okay. It's always fun to learn a new song. Let's do this. Ready?
Yep.
1, 2, 3. Tanshe, Tanshe Kia, Tanshe, Tanshe Kia, Tanshe, Tanshe Kia, Tanshe Kia, Nush. Now let's sing it in English. Are you ready? Might be a little harder in English. I don't know. Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3. Hello, how are you? Hello, how are you? Hello, how are you? How are you today? Very good. High five, buddy. What a great day. Good time for a family adventure.
Yeah.
Till next time, we'll see ya.
Thank you for joining us, everyone, this morning. I know I had fun. I sure hope you did. Remember when we said that if your parents registered, you would have a chance to win? Well, this week's prize is our book. That's what our winner is going to win. And the winner who we picked today is Henry Chambers, who is 7 years old and in grade 1. Congratulations, Henry. Next week, we are going to go on another adventure. You know what we're going to do? We're going to go on a moose hunt. Well, actually, I think Teresa and Mason are going to go on the moose hunt. I might read the book, or maybe we might have somebody else read the book. So until then, see you next week, Tuesday morning at 10. Bye. Au revoir. Guap matin.